We have a quick question here from Sakeem, who asks if we can do a quick walkthrough of how we create a risk reversal chart in Xenith. So thanks for the question, Sakeem. It's actually very simple and easy to do. The only real hassle is knowing what the RIC code is, but that is also actually quite simple. So we can quickly have a look at that. So apart from the risk reversals, I'll also show you how to set up implied volatility graphs as well, because they really do go hand in hand with each other in terms of analysis. Now, for those viewers that don't know what we're talking about, we did a video a few sessions ago that explained both risk reversals as well as implied volatility. So let me just get the terminal on the screen for you guys. To watch that video, just go to the video library inside the terminal, open up the video Q&A archive, and right at the top, just search the words risk reversal, and you'll see there's a video that says how to use FX risk reversals in your analysis. Now, this video also talks about implied volatility as well. So if you watch that, it'll just give you a quick rundown of exactly what we are talking about when we're referring to risk reversals as well as implied vols. Right. So onto the charts then. Now, this is what a chart looks like that we have set up with both some implied volatility as well as risk reversals, as you've seen for the pound. And we've also set up another one, which is basically this one, which is a chart that has all of the major currencies, implied volatilities, the 1 month implied volatilities displayed all in one. So you can really, have a play around with what you want to do, whether you want to create implied vol and risk reversals for every currency, that's fine, or whether you want to create a chart with all of the majors, risk reversals, and all the implied vols for specific durations. It's really up to you. So I'll show you how to create it, and then you can play around with whichever permeation you want to create for that. So let's go ahead and just open up any new chart in Xenith, and I'll show you how I got to both this one as well as this one in the video. So let me just quickly zoom out a little bit here. There we go. Okay, now the very first thing that you need is obviously the RIC code that you need for the various graphs. And the great thing about Xenith is that once you have the RIC for one currency, it's very, very easy to just copy that for the other currencies by swapping out the currency code itself. So for example, this is a monitor that I set up to just basically have all the RICS codes displayed. So on this one, you'll see from top to bottom, you have overnight volatility. So overnight volatilities for all the major currency. Here you have the 1 week implied volatility, the 1 month implied volatility, the 3 month implied volatility. And below that, we have the 1 month and the 3 month risk reversals as well. And as you can see, for most of these, you only really need to know what that very last part of the RIC code is, and then you just swap out the currency code. So for example, the 1 month implied volatility for the pound dollar, right? So let's go to that 1 month implied volatility for the pound dollar. You can see that code, the complete code is GBP, so pound, and then you only have one MO or 1 month and an equal sign. And that's really just your RICS code that you need. And you can see if you know that is 1 MO equals, you basically just swap out the currency code for every one of them to create a 1 month implied volatility. Whether you come to the 1 week one, it's simply 1 WO equals R, and then you just swap out the currency code once again. So whatever the currency code is, you just need to know what that last part of the code is, and you can create a similar one. So again, for the overnight, it's ONO. For the 1 week, it's 1 WO equals R. For the 1 month implied vol, it's 1 MO equals. For the 3 month implied vols, it's 3 month equals. I actually need to change that. Aussie 1 to 3 MO equals. There we go. All right, and then when it comes to the risk reversals, it's very much the similar thing. Instead of, let's say, 1 MO for 1 month implied vol, you basically have the risk reversal, and that code is 1 MRR equals. So 1 month risk reversal, or you have a 3 month risk reversal. And then once again, you just swap out the currency code for whichever one you want to look at. So coming back to that chart then, let me show you how easy that is. So this one already actually has a 1 month euro on top of that. But let's just say we wanted to create the same chart as the one that I have over here. Now you can obviously go ahead and play around with the way the chart looks. So reducing the or taking away the grid if you don't want to see the grid and stuff like that. I mean, you can play around with that as you see fit. For now, I'll just show you how to add in the metrics. So let's go ahead and let's say we want to create one for the Aussie dollar, right? So we want to replicate what we did for the pound, and we want to create that for the Aussie dollar. So the first thing we need is obviously the RIC. So the RIC for the 1 month is similar to the euro. It's just Aussie dollar AUD 1MO equals. So let's go change that AUD NM 1MO equals, and you'll see you have the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar at the money option. And now you can just change that to, let's say, a line chart if you want. And like I said, you can play around with the aesthetics. I'll show you just how to add the chart. So there you have your 1 month implied volatility for the Aussie dollar. Now let's go ahead and add another analysis on the chart. Where's that screen? Come on. And there we go. All right. So now it already has the Aussie 1 month. So now we're just going to change that 1 to a 3 and see if it gives us the right one. There we go. 3 month MO. Add that to the chart. And I like to have both the implied vol as well as the risk reversals on the same axis. So I'll just move that over to the right-hand side. So there you have your 1 month and your 3 month implied volatility for the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. And now we can go ahead and just add in the risk reversal. So once again, the only thing you need here is the RICS code, the RICS code. And if we go back to that monitor, for the risk reversal, it's 1 month, 1 MRR, 1 month risk reversal. And for the 3 months, it's simply just swapping out the 1 for the 3. So going back to the chart then, instead of 1 MO, we have 1 MRR for risk reversal. There we go. We'll add that to the chart. That's it. And then we can go ahead and add another one. For some reason, that pop-up screen is taking very long to load. I think it's time for a quick restart here of the system. So then we'll just add in 1 MR and we'll change that 1 to 3 month. Add that in. Okay, so it's created a subchart. It's not a problem. We'll just go ahead and drag it to the upside. And we'll also go ahead and just make sure that we have the risk reversals on the same axis. So we'll drag that to the left-hand side. And let me just drag these ones back. There we go. And let me just drag that one back as well. All right, and drag the 1 month back. Okay, so now what we have here is we have the 1 month and the 3 month implied volatility at the bottom, and we have the 1 month and the 3 month risk reversals at the top. And you'll see that it looks exactly like the pound one, obviously just different metrics because we're looking at the Aussie, but that's really as simple as that. Now to create a volatility chart, like we have for the multiple currencies like this one, it's super easy. Let's just delete that risk reversals for a second. We'll delete the 3 month implied vol as well. Now we've got the Aussie 1 month on this chart already, and now we can just literally go ahead and add on any other currencies 1 month volatility metrics as well. So let's just wait for that pop-up screen once again. So instead of the Aussie, let's say we want to now add the euro. Just type in euro, 1 month implied vol, and add that to the chart. And it's literally as simple as that. So I hope that's been helpful, Sakeem, in showing you how to create these charts. Any other questions, please don't hesitate to let us know.